this episode of Chasing Carnivores. Good morning. We have another day of safari. It's already the 5th day that we have in the park. And we're excited to try and find some cheetah.
And they're looking straight ahead, in between the bush.
Probably somewhere there. Wait.
Yeah, actually.
So right now there's a giraffe walking right towards the bush where the cheetah are laying down.
Wow, we're so lucky, eh? We were watching the cheetahs, they were in the shade. But the moment we arrived, I think like 1 or 2 minutes after, they decided to leave. One by one, they stood up in the heat. They walked very peacefully, slowly towards perhaps the road where we just came from. And it's most definitely the male coalition of 3 we saw earlier this week. So yeah, it's so awesome to see them again and doing fine, doing healthy.
After witnessing that moment of curiosity between the giraffe and cheetahs, we ventured deeper into Kruger's majestic landscapes in search of more extraordinary wildlife.
Okay, so we've just left the park. Another successful day, another very long day.
Dusty and warm.
All of us drove for many hours today. So our main goal of this chapter was to find the cheetahs and the wild dogs. And we've succeeded tremendously. We've seen 2 cheetahs.
3. Vinger gewoon erbij, dus vinger leuk.
I'm tired. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, we're tweaked out. Bye bye. We were planning to have a quiet morning, but the wild dog sightings appeared in the WhatsApp group. So we decided to just pack our stuff. It's now, what time is it? Like
10:30.
10:30. We're heading inside the park from another gate, Malalana Gate. And from there it's only 20 minutes approximately to where the wild dogs have been seen not too long ago. So we hope we reach the wild dog pack in time, but we're not sure. So fingers crossed we'll be in time.
But as we arrived, it wasn't them who greeted us. It was a rhino, an incredible surprise in itself. Until...
What? Ik zie de wild dogs, ik zie de wild dogs. Insane, bro. You couldn't be more lucky. A rhino is incredibly rare. A wild dog is incredibly rare. We just saw a standoff between a rhino and a pack of wild dogs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The rarity of this sighting
It's beyond comprehension.
is beyond
Statistically impossible, safe to say.
This is insane. Why is there a rhino?
This is like a moment where they'll be stationary for quite a while, and then maybe we get some better angles of them even. That would be absolutely incredible.
scratching off the top layer of soil so they get the cooler earth that's underneath to lay up on. So they're just creating the most perfect spot for themselves to have a nap. Isn't that cute? One of their nicknames is the painted dog because of the way its fur is colored. It looks like a painting.
This carnivore, this medium-sized carnivore, is able to to survive in these tough habitats where they live together with all these other big predators like lions, leopards, cheetahs, hyenas, is because they rely very strongly on teamwork. They're one of the most coordinated and strategized hunters out there. They work together really well. They have these amazing tactics that they use to hunt prey.
There's a strong social hierarchy within the pack. So they're mostly family, and there are dominant ones, there are submissive ones, there are juveniles, and they all work together in catching prey. So they basically tire out the prey species until it no longer has the energy to fend off the pack.
We're still looking at the wild dogs. They've moved a little, but not much. But you can definitely feel the temperatures decreasing. And we expect that the wild dogs are gonna stand up and move pretty soon. So let's hope we can get a good glimpse of them.
And sure enough, slowly but surely, the wild dogs were getting active. And after encountering already part of their pack, they began to move more and more with growing energy in search of the rest of their family. And along the way, they were even met by an unsuspecting giraffe. This adventure, we would have never expected to be surrounded by African wild dogs. My heart is going.
It's unbelievable.
That was so bad.
The heavenly moment. You know, this is being natural high. I can't describe it.
The natural high.
I can't describe it in words, how you feel. You completely forget about time and existence. You're just there, watching them. Wow.
To see them play and jump on each other, it's the way they bond. You could, like we said, it's such a social animal, and you could see it, you could feel it. The connection between the individuals, the way they were reunited, it's just...
And then the way they just vanished into the bush like ghosts. They were just all gone within it. We were not watching it from afar, but we were part of it. It was special.
We don't just create these videos to merely showcase the beauty of these animals. Carnivore species across the globe are struggling to survive, and the African wild dog is absolutely no exception. Their numbers continue to decline due to habitat loss, conflict with humans, and disease. And in this day and age, only a few thousand remain scattered across the wild. So if you can, please consider supporting the Carnivore Conservation Program from the Endangered Wildlife Trust. They're working tirelessly to protect them, and without our help, their future is uncertain. And as we continue to drive, our wildlife adventure wasn't over yet.
What a day. We need to reflect, and we're gonna take a day off tomorrow. The mission is already accomplished, so we're very happy with that. Wild dogs, cheetahs, in a week time in Kruger. What a park, eh? See you soon. Another day in Kruger. What a life. We're living.
What a life. So we're just gonna drive around and look at all the magic that we've been missing out on because we've been so focused
on chasing carnivores.
On chasing these carnivores, that we finally have some space to enjoy all the other animals as well.
Look what's flying there.
A bird.
They're huge. A stork. Je loopt ze. Je hebt 5 meter die van naast het groene bosje. Links.
So we're actually looking at the cheetah. I think we're gonna see it's gonna stand up and do something.
Third time we're seeing cheetah in 6 days.
So while cheetahs are sleeping, or at least laying down, a few warthogs are actually approaching the cheetahs. And I think both species are unaware of each other's presence. Because the cheetahs are laying flat and the warthogs are behind a bush. But I think it's only 20 meters that separates them.
So we've reached the end of our incredible adventure in Kruger National Park. We had an amazing time. We've seen the carnivores that we were looking for, specifically the cheetah and the African wild dog, and we had extremely intimate encounters with them. So we're both, I can speak for you as well, extremely grateful, and it's just all magic here in Kruger National Park.
The density of these animals, the herbivores, but also the predators. We have had mornings where we've seen lions, leopards, wild dogs, everything together. You know, it all comes together. It's amazing. But I'm also really proud in how we did that ourselves. You know, we've examined it up front, like how can we increase our chance to find these animals, and we actually did it again. It's just so amazing.
And there's a bit of luck involved as well.
Obviously,
I mean, it's insane how lucky we get sometimes with our sightings.
Yeah, and it was really gorgeous to see a cheetah, you know, in real life. It's such a majestic creature. And the wild dogs as a pack, that moment when we were just standing there together with the whole pack surrounding our car, it was just incredible.
And it was also amazing to do it with Anouk and with our friends as well. Just having a whole gang up there looking for these animals was just a blessing to surround us with amazing people. So if you like our content and you want to support us in our missions to share more stories of carnivores in the future, let us know in the comment what carnivores you think we should look for. Please consider subscribing and leaving a like, and we'll see you in the next video where you'll see this.